Let's be honest for a second. Have you ever been that person in a game of Monopoly? The one who gleefully bankrupts your best friend and cackles as you buy up Park Lane? Or maybe you've played a strategy game, lied directly to someone's face, and then felt that weird, icy silence at the dinner table afterward. We've all been told it's just a game. But what if it's not? What if the game was broadcast to millions, the lies were captured in high definition, and the betrayal felt so real, so personal, that it followed you back into the real world? That's the exact bombshell chat show king Jonathan Ross just dropped about his time on the smash hit Celebrity Traitors. We all watched him lie, scheme, and masterfully play the part of a traitor, but it turns out the emotional wreckage is still being cleared. In a surprisingly candid chat on his Real Talk podcast with his daughter, Honey, the 64-year-old revealed that the daggers drawn in the castle haven't all been put away. Some of his co-stars, it seems, are finding it impossible to just let it go. And the internet is absolutely convinced they know exactly who he's talking about. It's kind of weird. Jonathan spills the tea. Sitting down for his podcast, Jonathan didn't hold back. He painted a picture of an experience so intense that it blurred the lines between performance and reality. When asked about the fallout, he got serious. "There's a couple of people, I'm not going to name names," he began, which, as we all know, is code for "I am 100% talking about specific people." He continued, admitting they do seem to still not hold a grudge exactly, but struggle with accepting that it was just a game and that the lying and accusations that were thrown around were all part of the game. This is the part that hits hard. He tried to separate the two worlds, adding, "It's nothing to do with who we are, what we are, and how we interact outside of that hothouse environment. But it is kind of weird." His daughter Honey, voicing what we were all thinking, asked why. Why would grown, media-savvy celebrities let a TV show get under their skin so badly? Jonathan's take is honestly pretty deep. He suggested that the stress of the game doesn't just create new tensions, it rips open old anxieties. "There's lots of other factors you might not even be aware of," he mused. "Old wounds and fears you might have about how you're perceived, or how you think people see you, or how you think you're acting." Think about that. For a celebrity, how you're perceived isn't just a fleeting thought. It's their brand, their career, their livelihood. When you're in that castle, being accused of being a liar, even when you are one, like Jonathan, or being made to look foolish by someone you thought was a friend, it must feel less like a game and more like a public referendum on your character. The hothouse environment he described clearly broke down those celebrity firewalls, leaving raw nerves exposed. And for some, those nerves are clearly still smarting. The Reddit detectives, who's still holding a grudge? As soon as Jonathan's words hit the airwaves, fan forums on Reddit exploded. This wasn't just idle gossip, this was a puzzle. Fans immediately started rewatching old clips, analyzing exit interviews, and connecting the dots. And two names have emerged as the prime suspects. Suspect number 1, Ruth Codd. The name on everyone's lips is Ruth Codd. The Netflix actress was a fiery and brilliant faithful, and her murder was one of the season's most dramatic moments. Fans are pointing to the sheer personal venom that seemed to exist between her and Jonathan. It didn't feel like gameplay, it felt like genuine dislike. My guess is Ruth, who seemed to really dislike him on a personal level. One Reddit user posted, a sentiment that was echoed dozens of times. "Definitely Ruthful Mo," another agreed. "I actually found her pretty funny, but I think she genuinely dislikes him for whatever reason." Let's not forget the reports that after her exit, Ruth allegedly called Jonathan a bleeping snake. While some might say that's just heat-of-the-moment frustration, other fans think it came from a deeper place. Combine this with what viewers are calling her moaning in interviews about the show, and the case for Ruth being one of the grudge holders looks incredibly strong. For her, it seems Jonathan's betrayal wasn't a masterful move, it was a personal insult. Suspect number 2, Claire Balding. This one is even juicier. Claire Balding is practically a national treasure. She's the calm, professional, and universally loved face of British sports, which is exactly why Jonathan Ross, in a brutal and brilliant traitor move, led the charge to get her banished. It was a cold-blooded move, and fans noticed. The key piece of evidence? I think it's Ruth and Claire. One of the most popular comments reads, "Claire didn't look happy when Alan won." This is fascinating. The theory isn't just that she was mad about her own banishment, but that she was unhappy with the entire outcome of the game, an outcome orchestrated by the traitors who duped her. It suggests she couldn't celebrate the winner because the foul play that got him there still felt too raw. For someone like Claire, who built her career on trust and integrity, being so thoroughly deceived by a friend like Jonathan might have felt like a deeper violation than it would for others. Of course, a few wildcard names like rugby player Joe Marler have been thrown around, but the overwhelming consensus is that the bad blood flows between Jonathan, Ruth, and Claire. The chilling warning for Season 2. The Celebrity Traitors final was a certified monster hit, pulling in massive ratings and guaranteeing that the BBC would, of course, commission a second series. We're all desperate to see which new batch of celebs will be heading to the castle next year. But there's a dark cloud to this silver lining. Last month, Jonathan himself stirred up a hornet's nest when he was accused of actively discouraging some of his famous friends from signing up for the next run. At the time, it felt like a cheeky, throwaway comment. But now it sounds like a warning. When you connect his new podcast comments with that previous controversy, a chilling picture emerges. It's as if Jonathan Ross is saying, yes, it's a brilliant show, but it will mess with your head. It will strain your friendships, and it might just leave you with emotional scars you didn't bargain for. He played the game, he won his part as a traitor, but he's seen firsthand that the game doesn't always end when the cameras stop. The paranoia, the accusations, and the hurt are real. It's the ultimate paradox, the very thing that made Celebrity Traitors so addictive and compelling. The raw, unfiltered, human emotion is the same thing that might be making its stars miserable long after we've all changed the channel. So, what do you think? Are the celebrities holding a grudge just being sore losers? Or is it completely understandable that they can't forgive the very real, very personal feeling betrayal? We want to know, who do you think Jonathan is talking about?